What's up, YouTube? In this video I'd like to talk about Barack Obama, and who, of course, as of yesterday of June 3rd, 2008, he is the very first African American to ever be a nominee for president in a major political party. And I think this is total history. This is complete history. It's great. This is finally happening. And he is a guy who I think should be president. He's a great man, I think. First of all, he's got a lot of support. He's got support from both Democrats and Republicans. John McCain only has support from Republicans. That's what I know of. And I've talked with a lot of Republicans, Democrats, and the Republicans all think John McCain's got it. He's got it. He's gonna have no problem winning. But I think he's gonna have a big problem, because the one difference between John McCain's supporters and Barack Obama's supporters is that Obama's supporters, including me, we stand together, and we use "we" to describe us. We don't just use him or her or whatever. We use "we." We are united. We stand together and we firmly support change. We want change. We want to destroy that wall that is around Washington, as Senator Edwards described. And we want to get rid of corruption in the government, because it's ridiculous why we even have it. We are the United States of America. The founding fathers would want an America like the way Obama pictures it. They would want that. And President Bush I think he's a bad president. And I know many of you think I'm crazy, but I think he's a bad president. The war in Iraq is a bad thing to do, though I do think that Afghanistan was a good thing to invade. It's good to have troops in Afghanistan, but Iraq was never a threat. They never had any nuclear weapons. They never had any stuff. The only good thing we've done in Iraq is get rid of Saddam Hussein. It's the only good thing we've done in Iraq. And this is not about that war, so I'm gonna get done with that. But Barack Obama is a guy who I think should be president. He speaks of change. He speaks of the future. He speaks of things the issues that he thinks should be talked about. Things that he wants to change in this country. He wants to make college affordable, which I really hope does happen, because I am going to be a senior in high school, and I'm getting ready for college too, unlike many other people of my generation. And we need to have affordable colleges. It's ridiculous why we have to pay $25,000 to $39,000, $25,000 and up, $25,000. At least $25,000 to go to college. It's ridiculous. And of course, universal health care is another issue, which I'm pretty sure Obama will tackle. Sure, Hillary Clinton is the only person who's really talked about it, but he will do it too. He knows about it. He knows what he's talking about. And of course, our country needs that. We have a lot of poverty in this country, as John Edwards has said, and it needs to be stopped. And Barack Obama is the man for president. He's the very first African American to ever make it this far. I totally believe we do need a black president. A black president would really do a lot to change this country, and he's the man for the job. We need to elect Barack Obama for president. He would be amazing. I think if he gets elected, he will be one of the greatest presidents of all time. And there have been very few amazing presidents. A lot of our presidents have been pretty crappy. Like Calvin Coolidge. He was a president who all he did was sleep in the White House. Ulysses S. Grant, who was a Civil War hero and a guy everybody looked up to, all he did was drink. We had three KKK presidents: Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, and Calvin Coolidge, all members of the KKK. And of course, I'm not going to talk about the past, but yeah, we've had a lot of bad presidents, and I really don't think I think FDR wasn't really that great of a president, but it's just my opinion. And it's only history will tell if President Bush is remembered as a good president, because I personally think he's a bad president. He's done a lot to really hurt this country, and a lot of countries, including England, really hate us now. We used to be very good allies with Britain until he did all the stuff he's done to really hurt us with the war and all. I think he's one of the causes of the recession. Besides gas prices, I think he's one of the major causes of the recession. And I mean, I'm using my First Amendment rights right now to speak my opinion on the president, because that's just what I believe. I believe strongly in the First Amendment, and it's something that everybody should take advantage of. Speak your beliefs. Fight the corruption in this country. We need to stand together, and that is why we need to support Barack Obama for president. I believe that John McCain will not do all the stuff he says he's going to do, and I don't think he would make a great president. I mean, sure, he is old. I mean, he is in his 70s, and he is a Vietnam veteran who was tortured for a long time. And I know he's has some disabilities because of that, because of his torture. He was a POW, and I mean, I think John McCain is a great man, but I don't think he would make a good president. I think that staying in the war would be a bad thing. I mean, sure we do need to stay in the war for a little bit longer, and I do think that staying in the war, I do think that dropping out of the war right away would be a bad thing, because after Vietnam, 5 million people died, and I think we should pull out our troops, but out of Iraq, but we need to do it slowly. And it's ridiculous why we're even a part of that war. But this is not about that war. It's about Barack Obama. He's a senator from Illinois and from Chicago. He's an African American. He does have a Muslim name, but he's not a Muslim. He's a great man, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. There haven't been any presidential candidates like him for many years. And I mean, I personally believe, he's like Martin Luther King, he's like Robert F. Kennedy, he's like John F. Kennedy, and a bunch of other people, and Gandhi, I mean, who all did things. They all spoke of change and they want peace. They wanted peace, and that's exactly what they fought for. And of course, all those men did end up being assassinated, but they were all great men who did a lot of stuff to change their countries. They did a lot of great things, and I think Obama would be good for that. And I don't believe he will be assassinated, because he's got a lot of support. He does, and I don't want to talk about that. I don't even want to think about that. It'd be terrible. But he's a great man, and he is the next guy. He is the next guy to be president. He is the person who needs to be president. And I think Hillary Clinton should be the vice president, because I think he has a total grasp of winning the election. If Hillary Clinton will be his nominee, his vice president, because I mean, she's done a lot. That woman has done a lot in this campaign. She's so strong. And she is very knowledgeable of what she's talking about, but I don't really trust her. But I mean, she knows what she's talking about. And Bill Clinton was a decent president. I mean, the Monica Lewinsky thing was a terrible thing, but we had peace during his administration. Good things did happen, and many people disagree with me with that, but I think he was a good president. But Hillary Clinton would be a good vice president. The dream ticket is something we need to think about, something that should happen, and I really hope he will choose her as his vice president, because those two together will change America. This country is in a terrible state right now, and it does need to change. We need a revolution, and we need peace. We need peace, and we need a revolution. We need another revolution in this country, because things are terrible right now. And things need to change. And yes, that is why I support Barack Obama for president. He's a great man. Thank you very much. See you later.